Oh yeah.
Do you mind not coming through here?
Some of you may know that I'm really into eating healthily now for lots of reasons, and I'm not a great one for energy bars and all that sort of stuff until I found this. So Rheal Superfoods, they were on Dragon's Den a few years ago, and I've been looking around for a brand that I could link to my bikepacking event, and I had a look around, and there's not many of them that have got healthy content. So I bought these actually. This is a variety pack, so it comes with lots of information about what's in the food, what's in the bars. They do a different range of things. Get a nice little leaflet with it, little catalogue, story about the people who started it. I'll put a link to the Dragon's Den thing so you'll get a bit of more idea of, there's quite a story behind these two. But that's not really why you buy the bars. You buy them because they're good for you and nutritious and all the rest of it. So it's got lots of reasons, lots of explanations about what they do and why they do it. These are the bars that I've got. They've got lots of very, very natural ingredients, no additives at all. They do all kinds of things. So like I say, ordered a mixed variety box. Here it is. I have tried one of these already. I tried the blueberry muffin. It doesn't quite taste like what you would think, but like all good foods, they're not nice to eat. They aren't. They do taste well, nice, but they're not what you think. It doesn't really taste of blueberry. It just tastes of some fruit. And I've got hazelnut and cacao, which is chocolate without sugar. Banana bread. Can't really read that in yellow, but peanut butter. I think that's it. There was one other one as well. Oh no, that's it. That's them. So anyway, I'm going to try. I've taken a couple with me. I'm going to give them a try. Say I'm trying to stay well away of sugar, so that I don't think there's any added sugar in these at all, which is good. And I will give you some feedback. And if things work out, hopefully they'll be involved with our bikepacking event, the 3100. But time will tell. We will see. I will let you know about that. Right, I'm off out for a ride. I'm just going to go out and have a quick scoot about. It's a Sunday afternoon, just gone dinner time, so I'm going to go up and have a play in the woods on my extremely muddy bike, which I will clean when I go. I washed this the other day and I went out again and I obviously got it plastered. And I've got to go out now and I've got to probably give it a wash when I get back. Just give it a swell off, but yeah, right. Chat in a bit. Oh, a lot of water coming off the hill. It's usually a little trickle, isn't it? All roads awash. Had a lot of rain last night, and obviously the whole country is, well, the whole world is getting a lot more rain than normal because of the climate change and the amount of water that's up in the atmosphere. Our world is changing. But, yeah, loads of water. So I'm riding up Watery Lane now, I'm going to in a minute, which I've done a lot. But the purpose of this video today wasn't really to talk about where I'm riding or what I'm doing on the bike. It's more a case of just chit chat, stuff about food and diet. And I was going to mention that well, my two sons have both changed their diets to healthy eating, drastically changed their diets, binned all the rubbish, and got a lot fitter, and quite a transformation. Yeah, in fact, there's quite a few people. I mean, I think obviously it's social media. When you look at social media, it's geared towards what you like. So you tend to see topics. Oh, sorry, I'm climbing a. You tend to see topics that you are interested in. So I'm seeing a lot of healthy eating videos and lots of people switching to healthy food, and it's great to see. and it transforms your life. I mean, I've had to do it. I did it anyway. You know, 30 years ago I changed my eating habits, my lifestyle, but I used to still eat quite a lot of sugar and energy bars and drink alcohol. Not a lot, but I'd have a beer and a lot of cake, pastries and things. And I've ditched all that just because of health, age, health, trying to keep fit, trying to cope with medication. Long story, you've heard it many times. So that's my reason for changing, and it has been drastically beneficial, and enables me to keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, maintain my bone strength, even though I'm taking a steroid which damages them. So it's working. So this video was really a continuation of that theme of talking about how we can benefit ourselves by what we eat or what we don't eat, and the impact it has on children, especially at a young age. I watched a professor the other day talking about, he's a professor, he studied thousands and thousands and thousands of people for 40 years. So it's not like a 5-minute study. Thousands of people, and he's not funded by any food company, or he's a professor of, I can't remember, but it's to do with health, and links to cancer, health issues, and obviously he finds things, and you have to eliminate other factors when you're doing a study, like do they smoke, do they drink, what lifestyle do they lead. But there's a theme that runs through cancer, and it's eating processed food and high sugar when you're a little child, and it damages your genes for life, which is quite a shock, because I have eaten so much rubbish in my life, so I may well have that damaged gene, and that's probably why even the fittest of people are falling foul of the dreaded big C. So it does make you, because it is a Western problem. Cancer is a Western problem. It's not a natural problem. It's something we've developed through food, the chemicals we smell, drink, inhale, aerosols, for instance, hairspray, deodorant. What's in it? You breathe it in, you smell it, you're breathing it in, what's it doing to you? So we've, the drugs companies obviously make a lot of money out of selling this stuff, and they don't really give a monkeys, to be honest. If they can get away with something, then they'll sell it to you. And so it does start to, trouble is you can get very paranoid, but I've come to the conclusion that my main thing is eat healthy. I can't get rid of everything else. You know, just imagine how much tyre dust we breathe in from the billions of tyres that are wearing 24/7 around the world. Just for instance, just that. And then there's the water, the drugs that are in the water that we then drink, the estrogen levels, the birth pills. So yeah, there's a lot of things that contribute to our ill health, which then contributes to the cost of the NHS and all the rest of it, and the misery we go through with illnesses. So I can't believe I'm talking going up this hill. I must be fitter than I thought. Riding one-handed up Watery Lane, talking to you. But anyway, in fact I might stop this and carry it on when I get to the top. It's going to get steeper. I don't think I've ever seen it this wet. It's called Watery Lane for a reason. This is basically a river bed. It's good fun. Oh. Oh, love this bit of trail. Some lovely trails off the side of Pangswick Beacon, off the side of the golf course. I thought about putting another trail in here, but not really much point. You could put a little run along the bottom, just to lessen the impact really, because you get a lot of people on here, bikes and walkers, so it sort of spread out the impact a bit, but it's only really bad in the winter. Yeah, so I'm not sure where I got to. Made it up Watery Lane, obviously, and up over the beacon, and yeah, I was sort of talking about stuff that affects kids for cancer. It was yeah, this professor basically said that children, what they eat as young children can affect them for the rest of their lives. So we often think, oh, you know, yeah, I'll give them a bit of a treat, take them to somewhere and give them pile them full of rubbish, because apparently that's a good thing to do. It does seem a bit insane when you think about it, that we give, it's like something with an engine on top of the beacon. How odd. Anyway, yeah, it seems odd that we call giving our kids something that's bad for them a treat, which is really weird. And I've done it, you know. I was a Land Rover up there. Crikey. Anyway, yeah, so we call that a treat. So I'm a bit mystified, but then I did it, and I did it to our kids, and and we bought Easter eggs. How daft is this? We bought Easter eggs for the kids in our family, so we're doing the same thing. So it is quite hard, and you look around the world, the whole Western world lives off sugar. It's our staple diet now. We can't manage without it, apparently, even though I have completely taken it out of my diet. Absolutely 100%. I do not eat any refined sugar at all, in any form, in anything. Same as my wife, same as my 2 sons, I think, pretty much remove sugar, and lots of other people I've spoken to. So it can be done, and we still have what I regard as a pudding. But we use fruit. So my wife will make a pudding which has got fruit in it, like banana, apricots, dates, all kinds of fruit. And there's your sweetener. To me it tastes as sweet as anything, and there's no sugar. It's just natural. So yeah, it can be done. Anyway, I'm starting to preach. I don't want to do that. I will put links to various things if you want to look at it. Like I say, I bought these Rheal bars, which sort of goes against what I'm saying is don't buy anything in a packet, but I've looked at the ingredients and I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, because it says everything is 100% natural, organic, and you can see the list, and there's nothing in there that I don't know what it is, if you know what I mean. There's no emulsifiers, no soya, lecithin, no blah blah blah, hydrogenated fat, whatever they call it. So it's all apparently very good. So I'll give this a try later. Banana bread, and but it's not really. It was really just a case of finding something to use for, or to give out away with our event. That was really the main reason. I probably will never eat these again, but that's not the point. Anyway, I'm a bit all over the place with this. So I'm going to carry on riding a bit and see what else crops up in my mind as I waddle my way through this mud. I have to say, as I keep saying, I'm going to do a questionnaire on Facebook and maybe Instagram about why don't you want a fat bike? I'm going to ask that question, and I want honest answers. I don't care what you say, but what I don't want to hear is because I don't like it or because I don't want one. That's not what I'm asking. Is why don't you want one? I want to know why people don't like fat bikes or don't want a fat bike. I'm not telling you to buy one. I'm just curious as to know what are the reasons for not buying one or not trying one. So it'd be interesting to see what the reasons are. I can sort of guess a few of them, but I'll leave it to you. But that'll be a little topic that I put up in a post. Right, I'm going to carry on riding for a bit. Enough waffling. Oh, should we give this a go? Banana bread. But it's fine as it's got some caffeine in it as well. But as an energy bar, it's nice, it's softish. Fine. Very good. Nice spot, look at that. There's Painswick down there. Over there's Sheepscombe. That's Wick Street that runs out of Stroud, runs all the way along. Other side of there is Slad, I think. Yeah, Painswick's just down the bottom of the hill here, where my wife was born. And the beacon is back up that way. Beautiful place. I'm very, very lucky to live in such a nice area. This is we walk our dog here every day. So we're extremely lucky. Every time we get to the top of this hill, we come over the brow and we walk down, we think, God, look at it. Just makes you feel wonderful. Simple things in life. Doesn't cost anything, it's just go out for a walk. It really is a lovely feeling to be out in nature with a bit of sun. That's all you need, really. We don't need a beach on the Caribbean or sitting on a yacht drinking pina colada to be happy. I don't see how you could get much happier than being really happy. Wonderful. Quite quiet for a Sunday afternoon, I suppose. What's the time? I expect people might be 2:15 on a Sunday, so I suppose people might just be finishing Sunday dinner or in the pub. I nearly started getting political then. I was thinking about what I could talk about. Better not. I was told when I was a kid, never talk about politics. And it's true. I've got into trouble many times. You probably know my feelings on stuff from things I've put on Facebook, so I don't need to go any further. It's just a shame the world's so angry and why people can't just be nice. I watched Charlotte Church. She was in the march against the killing, and she was saying how the world is missing love and care, and the people in the march, well, all they were talking about was love and trying to be nice and not what certain people say are. They're not terrorists anyway. But anyway, I'm getting there. I'm getting close to being political. But it just made me think about, yes, we just need people to be more sympathetic to other people's views. I know everyone says this all the time, but we just need to stop being so angry and stop being so judgmental. And just, that's quite hard coming from me, isn't it? But you know, be a bit more forgiving, be a bit smile and say have a nice day. If you're having a bad day, keep it to yourself, you know, or just go and shout at the wall or shout at a tree or something. But don't take it out on other people. It's easier to sort of do that as you get older. When you're young and you're a boy especially, you've got to prove yourself, got to be macho, you can't be seen to be weak or you get picked on or whatever. It's very hard at the moment being young. I wouldn't want to be a teenager or a kid now. I would and I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't want to be a kid in certain parts of the world. If you can get away into the wilds, then fair enough. On a farm or out in the Welsh hills, Scotland or somewhere away from it all. But if you're in a city, I really do feel for kids now with what's going on with social media and all the influences and the bullying and crime. It's very, very hard, tough world. And all the rest of it. Anyway, I'm waffling on a load of rubbish. I'm stopping. Even I've lost interest in this conversation. I get a crack on. I'm in Cranham Woods, and this trail here is what I call the Wednesday trail, because I put it on I built it on a Wednesday night, so I always calls it the Wednesday trail. It made me laugh because at the start of the trail there's a no bike sign, but I built this trail. It didn't exist, and it's just for bikes. But for some reason the forestry chap has put a no cycling sign on it. It's really quite ironic. This used to be main part of the track, but I don't think anyone rides this now. And it's very, very faint, so I'm going to have a ride down it and see if we can get through. There's probably a few bushes and things in the way, but let's see, shall we? Come along with me. Let's see what we can ride it all. Oh, I imagine there'll be a bit of undergrowth. I could be wrong. Oh. It used to be quite a really fast trail, but oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. It joins up with another one. That wasn't as bad as I thought. A few holly bushes. Over the years, I've me and myself and quite a few other local riders have put trails in around Cranham and Sheepscombe and all that sort of area. And the way you find a trail is similar to this. This is an animal track, so there's no trail. I've just come across this. I tried to find a trail that used to be here years ago, which has now been shut off by the landowner, and I found some remnants of it, and then I stumbled across this. So this is an animal track which could become a cycle track. So I'm going to explore, walk it, and see if I can clear a little way through and link up the old track and then a way out at the far end. So it should be quite good because it's out of the way, keeps you off that road, and just links up to a little bit that goes across there into that wood. So but that's how I've done it over the years, is found a natural little flowing trail, perhaps an animal track, or you can sort of see the land sort of weaving between the trees, and with a little bit of kicking of soil, just kick soil around and kick a few leaves apart and then ride it, you form a trail. The problem I've got is I ride a fat bike now and it doesn't leave any trail. I sort of wished I'd filmed it earlier. I've been riding through lots of tracks that are used a lot, and it's clearly muddy where the bikes ride. Now when I ride through, it flattens it, and now you can't see my trail. Obviously there is a trail here from the animals, but you can't see my track. And I'll put a picture up that I took this morning of me riding down a hill next to a track that somebody had ridden on I think it's an e-bike, but it could just be a normal bike. But if you look at this picture, tell me where I am. Where's my trail in this picture? And that will explain to you the amount of the low impact a fat bike is. So I often ride through stuff and I think, oh, I'll stop and take a picture, and it will show my track next to a mountain bike track, but you can't see mine because it floats. It doesn't sink, so you don't actually leave any trail. We sort of demonstrated this quite a few years ago when we were all building a cross-country course in Ebworth. I've mentioned this before. We were building it and we all rode fat bikes, and we sort of mapped this track in, and it was lovely to ride. You could see it because obviously we marked it out and kicked the leaves away and formed a trail, and it's beautiful to ride. And we'd ridden it, and then the day of the race, obviously people turn up not on fat bikes, on normal bikes, and one lap the whole course was, it had sunk, and they dug in and they turned it into a mud bath just in one lap. So it just goes to show I could ride through here for, I mean, there's another trail I'm building, which I will show you. I'll put a clip, I'll put a bit in this video, and you'll see where we're walking through it every day, and I've ridden through it, and I can never see my trails. I can see where people have walked, but I can't see where I've ridden. So yeah, if you want to ride something that's low impact in the winter, then that's another reason to ride one of these. It's like anything, if it's wide, you know, if you have it like a tennis racket, when you walk in snow you have a big wide foot to stop you sinking in the snow. Well, that's what this is, stops you sinking. So it's very low impact, very good for trail riding in the winter, and stopping your trails turning into a mud bath. Right, I'm preaching again. I'm a fat evangelist, fat bike evangelist. Right, I'm going to carry on, see if I can link this up to the trail that I know. Anna was a bit thinner than me. I'm not going to get through there, am I? No. Things we do, eh? Things we do for a trail. Sure, you people that ride them, you don't realise what goes into finding it. In years to come, people will ride this and go, oh, this is good. But look at the piddling around you have to do to find it and put it in. There's the trail there. So we should be able to link it sort of where I came across. Right. So there's a lot of these plots of land. There's we've been riding these for 40. I've been riding these for 40 years, and obviously if somebody comes along and buys the land and decides to change everything. There's some land the other side of this road which we've ridden through for years and years and years and years. The person who's just bought it has obviously seen a law and it says you're not allowed to cycle in there, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. So they put signs up and barriers and all the rest of it to stop you going in there. But we've been riding there for 30, 40 years. And the same goes for in here. So if push comes to shove, we could sort of go for rights of way, but we don't really want to bother. We just want to, we never, you know, you ride through it, you go on. Now there's somebody in that wood up there where I'm not supposed to go, but I don't suppose they're going to say anything. Anyway, I'm going over there. Wish me luck. Yeah, that post there is where the trail goes in. There's an arrow on it, so I'm a bit mystified as to why we can't go in. Oh yeah.
Do you mind not coming through here? Because it's like a protected woodland, and we're trying to look after it.
Do you know, I was literally just over there.
Yeah.
Talking about this.
Did you?
Because I've been through here for 40 years.
Have you?
40 years.
Yeah.
What's changed?
Well, it's protected, so we're quite.
What from what?
So it's a beech trees.
Oh, I know
so
it is.
Yeah.
But what this does to it, I don't know.
Well, you see, all the roots are quite shallow for the beech trees.
I know.
Yeah, so basically you can see where the bikes and the horses are going over it. So we're quite literally just trying to keep the bikes on the bridleway.
Gotcha.
And the horses on the bridleway. So it is further down.
I know.
We're just trying to keep, especially.
But nothing's changed in 40 years of cycling. No trees fallen down, nothing's died.
Oh, there are loads of trees falling down.
There's more damage from ivy than anything else.
Yeah.
That's what is my bugbear.
Yeah.
And no one does anything about that. Trees are dying all the time from ivy.
Yeah.
Is anyone doing anything about that?
Well,
no.
I don't know.
No.
Hopefully.
See, that should be your concern about. This doesn't do any impact at all, this fat bike. Yeah, I know, yeah.
So we're not trying to spoil fun, we're just trying to look after it. We kind of like.
Yeah, I know, I'm the same, but I don't get what this does to a tree.
Yeah.
At all.
I think
if it was a motorbike, I could understand, because there used to be motorbikes in here.
Oh, there's loads, so we have to try and get them out, unfortunately.
Yeah, there used to be a motocross track in here years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, wasn't it? I think even my father-in-law used to go on that. So it's tricky.
Okay, I'll go around there and skip back through.
Yeah.
It's so muddy up that end.
I know, it's
I'm
mad,
going to avoid that.
But thank you. It's interesting to know about the bikes as well.
Yeah.
It is really hard though, because like if you go through there, then someone else just sees you going through. We're just trying to do a sort of like a stamp down on sort of people doing it, really.
Yeah.
But you can see where the horses have gone over and like scuffed all the roots and stuff.
So you can walk through it?
Yeah, you walk through.
That's more damage then.
Well,
There's more damage from feet.
I know, but it is it's a public footpath, so you can't do anything about that. I know.
It's just, so if I walk through, I'm all right?
Yeah, you're right through.
On a bike, with a bike?
Well, I guess so, because you're not pushing it down. You haven't got the weight on it.
There's more impact from a shoe than this.
But unfortunately,
I walk in, I go in the Lake District, I go all over the place, and everywhere you go, it's footpaths.
Yeah.
And the amount of erosion from feet is unbelievable.
Yeah,
We've got trails in, we've agreed trails in Crown Woods.
Yeah.
And they're this wide, and the footpaths are this wide.
Yeah.
And we've ridden through those tracks for 40 years, and they're tiny.
Yeah.
We
It's
do no
lush over
damage.
there, isn't it?
Yeah. No, and that's all beechwood, tons of it.
Yeah.
No damage at all. So, okay. But I don't understand the reasoning behind it. At all.
One of the things as well was, so we thought it was the bikes churning up the path as well. So on those really thin bits along there, so it churns up and then people walk off the path and they're going and making more routes through the wood. So we just want people to stick on the footpath basically. Yeah. And we thought it was the bikes and the horses that are churning it all up. And therefore...
Horses definitely, but... So yeah, it's just, okay, I'll go around the other way.
All right.
No problem.
Hello, Boo. Hi. Hello, see?
Radio. Ta-da.
All right, thank you, bye.
Did you get that? Talk about a big kid playing in the mud. Keep going. Come on. Yes. I flipping love riding in the winter. Oh yeah. Oh. See what I mean about damage from foot? That woman was talking about the damage you do with a bike, but just look at this. This is all feet. Just in there. Just gonna need more gears. I'm gonna give it a swirl. Look at the state of it. Yes, even I need to clean my bike this time. Great ride. Bit I'm not sure if you caught, I don't know if I filmed it or not, the lady who stopped me, but it's a common issue. But anyway, I won't go into that now. But anyway, that's it. That's the ride over, and until the next time, catch you later.